Alright, this combo is to showcase what the deck is supposed to do. On average, it does do this, but if you put in the ZS, you can guarantee search this. But like I said, today I wanted to, for the OTS tournament, focused on just them. And this is just part of the Utopia stuff, but it works with them. And this is perfectly with it. And I'm gonna showcase it with the restraints and how the horror stuff works with it. And we're just gonna see what I draw. The deck is shuffled. This is my opening hand, and let's see what board we can make if it goes uninterrupted, and this showcase what I can do. There's no guarantee where you draw what you want to draw, but if it would have just been broken if it was. But drawing a lot, having card advantage is a plus, and I like this. So it's like even if I go into the double and I draw double off of the first initial one, then this will let me put it back. So that's what I like about it. So I'm gonna change up the build eventually. I did well with what I wanted to do, but you always want to make your deck better. So let's just get into it because I talk too much. So I'm gonna show it with the restraints. So I would play Joker straight, and I'll ditch and special queen. Search out king, normal king. And at this point, you shuffle because you're gonna draw. I also got a new phone holder, so that's why I've been doing more videos now, I guess. Because now I could just be hands-free while I do it instead of holding it with my other hand. So then at this point, you would play... Alright, let's put our hand over here so we can see what we draw. And let's move this over. So now we play the spell because you're gonna start going into your drawing. So then let's put this up here. You go into beyond. I mean, double. You go into double. You pay the 500 to draw. So you need the space too. So now you would detach, and you get the recycling too. So detach for double. Yeah, I'm doing it right. You gotta know when to play the horror stuff too. So, and then you wanna ditch the horror stuff. So when you continue to draw, you're drawing other things. So cut. So now we search this out, and you will go into Utopia. So then you pay another 500, draw. Look, you got a negate. That's one. But then you're gonna stop drawing because you can draw a lot. So I would play the spell, and I would put this back because we need the rank up spell. We want to ditch double, and then we want to save the gate. So we're gonna put this back. But you know, first you search out the horror stuff. So we're gonna search out Mseti. So we'll search out Mseti. This goes back into the deck, and I'm not shuffling yet because you're gonna search anyway. So you would ditch the spell card double since now it's useless for Mseti. And you search King's Hark, shuffle your deck so you can draw one. And I did this three games, not matches, but 3 games. And then you draw one. It doesn't matter. You already used the recycling and stuff, so. But I would, me as the original pilot, I want to start ditching the horror stuff because you don't want to draw into them. So then I would activate King's Hark, and I would send one of the first horrors to the graveyard. So let's say Protector, and shuffle your deck because we're going to draw now more now. Now we go into the first 39. Then you pay the 500 to draw. We got another negate, so we're gonna keep that. Now we play the rank up spell to Further Evolve. That is a Utopia card, so you pay 500, you draw. This is okay. So you already used the other one, so you'll ditch for effect to send one of the other horror cards to the graveyard. Let's send the other one. At this point, it all depends on what you want to do. If you want to keep drawing, you can keep drawing with this. But if it goes uninterrupted, if you want to play it safe, you can bring the first two Horus cards back, because they know you're going to keep going. So then you would go into, oh perfect, 90. So they tried Nibiru, now you have a negate. And you already, now you drew into these two negates, and now you have a third, a monster negate. At this point, you want to keep drawing, and then try to get one more spell card to the graveyard to have a second monster negate. So at this point, you need Utopia in the graveyard, so ditch Utopia, you could put that. And then you would be going, since you have the rank up spell, you go into Beyond, and now you're going to activate Effect. And then this is going to chain to it, since you brung him out with a 99 monster. This becomes attached and you need it. So then you draw. You can keep this in your hand if you wanted to. But for all purpose of the combo, and you're not going to have any Horus on the field to fully use his effect, because you need this and one Horus on the field. Yeah, for this purpose, I'm going to ditch to send the other Horus, because I want it out the way to try to draw whatever else I need. So I get Hoppy in the graveyard. And shuffle. Now we're going to use his effect, Detach. I gain half of its, you gain 1250, which is half of the Utopia cards. And then you bring back Utopia. You don't draw because it has to be a Utopia card from the extra deck. But now you're going to link climb this to draw 3 more cards. So this is when the other ZS, the other 39 comes into place. You activate, draw another card. You still have one more ditch, so I would ditch this just in case, because you could use it 4 times. So I'll just get rid of the other Mseti. And then you just link claim for the one more card. S39, Lightning, draw. I was hoping to draw Ash, but that's still fine. Then you would bring the other Horus card, the other 2. Then overlay these 2 for the Divine. Because remember that you play Joker straight, so you're locked into Light Warriors on the extra deck. So that's a Light Warrior. This is also a Light Warrior. So now you have a monster negate, a monster negate. This does way more though. And then you drew into 2 Solemns. So then you would set the Solemns, obviously. I would obviously recycle. And I'll put back Kings, since both of my Kings are in the graveyard. Shuffle your deck. And then you'll pass turn. On their draw phase, you would activate 99's effect again. But now you're not under restrictions. So you can just get out 38 Hope Harbinger. And now you have 2 monster negates, you have a spell negate, and you have 2 Solemns. This is what I drew for what I drew. Sometimes I'll draw Ash, and then Ash is just an extra negate. Like imagine having Ash, and I run 3, then you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negates. Because if you did draw into Ash, this is just another negate with those. So it's like, this is what the deck is meant. It's just meant to dig deep. There's a decent amount of cards left, but you won't run out of cards if you're scared of decking out, because Joker's Wild and Joker Straight recycle. So this is the premise of what it's supposed to do when it goes off. Jordan Lockbird would stop the drawing part, but if you have the horror stuff and this, you can still just ditch the horror stuff and continue to just end up on these 2 negates, unless you want to leave the horror stuff there. But this is what the deck is supposed to do. This is the idea behind it. You have a lot of card advantage, and anything that gives you a lot of card advantage is what plays into your favor. And sometimes they can, like, who can play through this, especially if you drew Ash. Like, let's say instead of this, you drew Ash. Like, that's 6 negates, because you have Ash 1, Sonum 2, Sonum 3, Monster Negate 4, Monster Negate 5, Spell Negate 6. So it's like, it's just a dig. But before you continue to draw, send the horrors cards to the graveyard so the horror stuff are out of the way. And not only that, that allows you to just bring them back to end up on more negates. So this is what the premise of the deck is for. That's why I put going first cards. If you win the dice roll, this is what you're trying to aim for. People played Jordan Lockbird today and they had Ash, but they didn't see it. They have to draw the card in order for them to stop you. So whether they have 20 cards that would stop your deck, if they don't see it, they're not stopping your deck. It's still a probability, so that's it. Now I'm gonna be on my Raid Raptor stuff for a little bit.